Welcome back to the channel, folks. Last week we continued to show you Achill Island with their stunning beaches, and we also stepped back in time uncovering Achill's hidden pass. We've now left Achill Island, and coming up this week we drive one of the most breathtaking coastal routes in the world, the Wild Atlantic Way. However, as we discover, it's not all that easy with a motorhome. Join us on our journey. Good morning, folks. We've checked out of our campsite. We are driving north towards the coast to reach the Wild Atlantic Way. Now, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, the Wild Atlantic Way is one of the longest defined coastal routes in the world. It is 1,600 miles in length, and it stretches from County Donegal in the north to County Cork in the south. Over the years, we have driven part of the Wild Atlantic Way when we visited Ireland in the past, but the breathtaking scenery never fails to astound me. This time we're going to drive a part of it we've never seen before. To reach there, however, we have to drive through a national park in Ballycroy. There's also a visitor centre we've been wanting to visit, so we're going to head there first. So we've arrived at Ballycroy Visitor Centre. We don't know what's it about. We're going to go and have a look because we're in Ballycroy National Park here, and look at that big wooden hare. Not a rabbit, it's a hare. I know one thing, it'll look nice in my garden. Right, let's go see what it's all about, Mr. D. Windy today, Mr. D.
It's very windy.
Watch that hat, don't go missing. Hold on to your hat. It's getting out the wind. Free emission. That's always like that. So we are just here. Look at this. Yep, we're eating again. So I have just got, well, we've both got actually, I think the same.
Yeah, we've got the same thing.
Cheese, red onion, and ham paninis with salad. And Mr. D's got a nice tea. I've got a latte, and they give you fresh cold water here. And just on the visitor centre here, look at that stunning view. It's a shame about the scaffolding, but yeah, what a lovely place this is. After lunch, we visited the exhibition area, which told us all about the local history and the history of farming on the bog fields. It was very educational and informative. It also gave us information on the dark skies. This area is the Dark Sky Park, and it's recognised as one of the best places in the world to view the wonders of the night. Now, Ballycroy Visitor Centre is open 7 days a week, February through to November. Do give it a visit if you're in the area. So we've just come out the visitor centre.
We had a bit of lunch. It was very nice.
Nice look around, and what a lovely place that was. And some really good hikes around here. So anyone, if you know, enjoy your hiking, there's some really good trails and hikes to be had from this place. And you can stay in the car park here if query your stargazing. Right, let's go and find something else to look at, Mr. D.
Yep.
After 50 yards, turn right.
Go that way. Okay.
That way. So we've reached our next destination. It is, I think it's Cady. I'm not sure, it's Cady Visitor Centre, and we've just parked up in the corner there out of the wind. But if I turn around here, it is a bit misty over there, but that is the Atlantic Ocean, and we're right on the top left hand corner of the west coast on the wild Atlantic way. It certainly does look wild out there. We then headed up to the visitor centre with all intentions of having a look around and staying the night in their car park. That was short-lived, Mr. Doyle.
It was short-lived.
We were going to go in there, but the tour consists of literally a few pictures on the wall and going round a bog field.
So, and we can't stay in the car park overnight.
Yeah.
So we are going to move on. We're going to have a look at down Patrick Head. There's a car park there that possibly we can stay in overnight, sure.
I think that's possibly, you can't really see it, but it's over there.
I think it's going to be overlooking that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be windy.
So we'll see. We're going to check it out anyway. Sometimes you can see whales out here. If you're lucky, you might see a whale, but not today because the weather's not brilliant. So we made it to the next one. This looks really good. Nice level car park, great view. What could go wrong? We had no choice but to turn inland to get out of the wind. Sometimes it's not always easy to find park-ups, not for a 7.5 metre motorhome anyway. Time's getting on, we'll continue looking. We'll catch you in the morning, guys. Eventually we found the perfect park-up. Not a bad view, I have to say. Yes, it might be a bit dull, but what a park-up that was. Just there. There's a water tap up there if you need it, and a bin. And it's just a bit grey and gloomy, but we're not going to complain. So, in front of this boat, Fiona Yvonne from Sligo. What a shame, it's just sitting there. Right, let's get going. So we headed to a small town called Ballina to pick up some food supplies and have a quick look round the town before heading back up to the coast. As it turned out, Ballina is the ancestral home of Joe Biden. There was an information board there that told us all about the history. Joe Biden visited Ballina in 2016, and there's the picture on the wall. The picture of him there. So that is a real interesting fact. First thing in the morning, and we haven't even had breakfast. I'm going in hunt for something to eat, Mr. D. The sun has come out. So this is a memorial to the composer William Wallace and his sister Eliza Rochelle, who was a singer. And they grew up here and emigrated to Australia. So we're just going to pop into here to the Jackie Clark collection. This used to be the bank, but it's free admission and it gives all the history of the area. So in Ireland, so the entrance is around here. This tells you about the history of the bank. That was the first bank to open in 1828, and it was purchased in 2007 by the council here, Mayo County Council, to house the Jackie Clark collection. So we've just come out of the Jackie Clark collection. Unfortunately, you can't film in there due to the photography affecting all the artifacts there, so not allowed to film, but it was really, really good, wasn't it, Mr. Doyle?
Very good, very interesting.
Yeah, we just ran out of time, so I think we're going to have to put this as a place to come back.
It's a place to return to, Ballina Cat and Mayo.
And it houses the What?
Oh, the original copy of the Irish Proclamation from Easter Sunday, East Uprising in 1916.
And for you guys like me that don't understand what a proclamation is, Mr. D is going to have quickly explain.
It's just a proclamation is the people wrote it saying that they would this is what they want to happen, and they're freeing Ireland for the people of Ireland.
Great piece of all art here. Everything is possible. How true is that? We completely lost track of time. We were so busy looking at the brightly coloured houses. This town had so much to offer. We had to dash it back to the van as we were on a parking meter.
Yeah.
This is deja vu.
It is.
Second time, we've just been back to the van and put some more money in the meter because we've decided there's a lot more to see. We're still hungry.
We've not eaten yet, so we're going to go get eaten out, and then we're going to have a walk around a little bit more around the town. Ballina's got so much to see, so we're going to spend some more time looking in Ballina.
It's quite nice, and the weather's all right actually now. So blue skies out somewhere. But anyway, let's please go and get something to eat because it's like getting on for 1 o'clock now. Finally, coffee. Look at that nice coffee. Beautiful. So we've been fed and watered.
Oh, I feel so much better.
Mr. D's happy.
Yes, and a very nice breakfast. It was amazing.
And what do I see in your hand?
A box with some cakes.
It's got its cakes for later. Right, just going to head across to Penny's now. Bit of therapeutic shopping. Welcome to Penny's. For those of you that don't know, Penny's is the Primark equivalent. So it's an Irish Primark, in other words.
Well, so you got a bag in your hand, Mrs. D?
Yeah, I have. I bought some pyjamas and a new umbrella. I'm going to be needing this in Ireland. So I'm standing in Hosley Castle. This castle was constructed in the year 1207 and it's on one of the castles. I've seen quite a few of these have been driving around along the top of the west coast, and to me that looks like a big old fireplace, and I would say that's a kitchen area there. Possibly was maybe 2 or 3 floors, but there's not much left of the castle now. The castle was built for Oliver MacDonald, known as the MacDonald of the Isles. All along this coast there are ruins of other castles, and most of them are free entry. The wild Atlantic Way is full of history along the road as you drive. And it sure is blowing a gale out here, as you're going to hear in just a minute as we come around the corner. I'll just walk around the side of the castle for you guys. As you can see how wild is that, and that is the Atlantic Ocean. Before we left, we walked along the harbour wall and we spent a good few minutes watching the wild waves, and it was a race against time to see who got wet first.
Yeah, my foot